Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Boruto episode 270. So, last time we wrapped up the arc, right guys? Like the minister has been captured, the assassin is killed, like the guard duty has been rescinded and everything's hunky-dory. Not! I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So, I'm pretty sure we're meant not to believe it. Or I'm just completely wrong. Watch the arc just be over. I'm just wrong. Anyway, yeah, we still have some kind of lingering stuff with Hana's memory and everything. So I'm really curious as to where we go with that, and seems like Kawaki has some suspicions of his own. So yeah, let's just watch the episode and find out, shall we? Alrighty, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Alrighty. I got some iced coffee I'm gonna drink. Is she off to school? Is he allowed to go? If he's not on the mission anymore... She's all excited. Alright. Let's see what Hana's gonna have to say when she learns. I want to talk in the discussion about Himawari and Kawaki's relationship that they've kind of formed. But I feel like they formed this relationship in a lot of filler stuff. So it's kind of why in the discussion I kind of want to talk about that at length, which is why I'm only mentioning it here, but I wrote it down so that way I remember to talk about it. But I'm curious, I can't remember, like sometimes it's hard to separate the filler from the canon stuff, and I wonder if Himawari and Kawaki really have a deeper connection like they do here. Like they're almost more friends, I feel like, than Boruto and Kawaki are. In a lot of filler, they spend a lot of time together, and I wonder if that filler will become, just anime canon, and in the future when, that first... Okay, yeah. That's why I didn't want to get into it. I'll talk more. I don't want to try to talk about this while the episode's going. A little surprise welcome back for her. These... Then why did you think the rope's right next to you, buddy? These damn shinobi children and their skill at creating these contraptions. Sometimes I think about the logistics where I'm like, how did they get like the hooks that they have it all hooked up to on the roof and everything? Did they have to drill it into the walls? And then if they take it down later, there's holes in the wall? Doink. Oh no! What did he do? He just pulled the rope. Please don't be an evil assassin. Alright. Oh, I should keep the flower petals. Mathematics. What we all love. Hmm. What are you up to, Hana? Nah, just no one told you. How are you supposed to know? Hmm. Oh. She has inverted hair color. In the window. It's like a... It's probably some kind of jutsu that she was being controlled by, right? I think the inverted hair color in the mirror is supposed to represent like another personality kind of thing. Uh-oh. Is that her? Is she remembering being attacked by Kawaki? So it is her. Yeah, it's some kind of memory manipulation. I imagine. Tell someone! There are so many jutsus in this world that can do this to you. People would understand if you go to them. But in typical anime fashion, she's gonna try to figure it out on her own. And then she's gonna be, like, activated again or something. Come on, Hana. So did she survive that blast and then use, like, someone else as a stand-in? Some kind of summoning. Orochimaru used to keep a bunch of corpses and scrolls and stuff, right? She's trying to find proof other than her memory. Like the outfit or something hidden in her room. Ugh, creepy. The one place I didn't check for my outfit. The closet. Ah. She has a secret room. It wasn't that secret, though. It was pretty obvious. Oh. Did she have something to do with this? It was like a purple guy watching them at this point, right? Is that the masked chick? And I thought it was like a purple dude? Okay. It was probably just this. For some reason, I thought it, like, actually looked like a person and not a mask. But I probably only... You know what? I briefly saw it. Oh, that's cool that it's, like, perfectly in her... Like, on her face in the reflection of the mirror. Tell someone they can help you! Yes, go! Before you snap again! Come on, Hana. You can do it. Tell someone. Please. It's gotta be scary, though. For your own future. Oh, shit. Of course. I was waiting for it to talk. I was waiting. So there's some kind of failsafe. Hmm. Is it multiple personality? Or is it jutsu? Damn. So maybe it's more the Hana we've known is just a cover. Maybe using memory manipulation to make it seem more genuine. It's also assuming we can trust what this entity is saying, too. Could be an unreliable narrator. Like maybe she was never raised by the minister. It's just whatever jutsu is manipulating her wants her to think that, right? Like inserting a backstory. Hmm. Oh. Damn. So they've okay. So she's been here a while. Hmm. It's just another person. Jeez. Jeez. Is that when she switched when the cloak came off, kind of thing? Yeah. Oh, okay. Right when it blew up. All right. Well, to be fair, Kawaki's still in the class, so what you gonna do about that? Uh oh. That's not good. Oh shit, she's fighting it. Damn it. I wonder if there can be any redemption for Hana. Rutro. Yeah, he still has his suspicions. Hmm. Because they already had the paper bombs. She gonna. Poor Aki. Of course. Of course. Oh, damn you, evil Hana. Did he notice something? Hmm. She's lurking. I was about to say, go with her for the bag. I wonder if the Hana inside will be able to stop this. Or maybe Kawaki will be nearby. Oh. She managed to stop herself. Get fucked, evil Hana. That's a lot of blood, Jesus. Oh, well. She's mentally locked down even more. So if the good Hana is still in there, that means there's a chance. There's still the Hana that grew up for 10 years in the Leaf Village, right? Which might be more of her life. I don't know when she was taken in as an orphan, right? Like, was she training with the minister for more than 10 years? Or was she in the Leaf Village longer, kind of thing? Oh, that's it. Damn it. That went by quick. That's crazy. So it was Hana. That was one of my first guesses when whenever the minister said that, oh, you'll never believe who is one of them, or like who has infiltrated or whatever. My first thought was, or I don't think my first thought. I think my first thought was like, who is it? One of the kids that they got to infiltrate, and then I think I thought Hana right after that. And then later on, they made me think the butler. But yeah, it's really interesting because I thought the way that I thought it was gonna go when I was thinking, oh, maybe it's Hana, maybe they use some kind of like when she talked about it, kind of all clicked when she talked about her memory being hazy. I was like, oh, maybe they use some kind of like genjutsu or mind control jutsu kind of thing to make her into this assassin. So I thought she was always a Leaf resident, and then they took her and, you know, made her this sleeper agent through a jutsu. But instead, she originally was an orphan raised by the minister. Once again, assuming what Evil Hana said is accurate. Alrighty, guys, that is it for episode 270. But yeah, so that's assuming like I'm going under the assumption everything Evil Hana said is right, but there is that level of thinking from me that's like, okay, maybe she could be lying about some things, right? Like, who knows? So but assuming what she said is right, they were raised by the minister for however long, from the time they became an orphan to the time that she infiltrated the Leaf Village and spent 10 years ago she did that and spent 10 years in Leaf Village up till now, where she, you know, became a teacher, and all for the sake of the planet. So somehow over 10 years ago the minister knew that Kai would eventually visit the Leaf Village, or did the minister orchestrate Kai visiting the Leaf Village in order to, because he knew he had an assassin here, right? Like, which came first? Did he like know it was gonna happen, or did he make it happen? I don't know, but either way, pretty elaborate plans this minister has laid out. I wonder if he planned, because he's been caught, right? Which I imagine if it's one of those things. I think I talked about this last episode of the one before, where if no, it must have been last episode because it talked about the minister being caught. But either way, I I imagine what the plan is to hope that this assassin works out. Kai gets killed. The brother becomes a successor. The brother becomes, the king or whatever their hierarchy is, whatever the leader is considered. I think it's a king, right? Because she's considered a princess. Um, but either way, and then as king, he will be able to pardon the minister who helped raise him and everything. So, and is on his side. I imagine that's kind of part of his plan. But why execute the plan in such a way that you're gonna get caught in the first place, right? I guess maybe to I guess it helps because they took security away and everything, because not only did they catch the assassin, but they caught the mastermind. If they only caught the assassin, or well, I mean the assassin, they think the assassin's dead, but either way, they'd be like, okay, the mastermind is still out there that is just gonna send more assassins, so we need to keep guard duty up. But now it's like the guard duty's taken away. Luckily, Kawaki has taken it upon himself to continue to have his speculations and continue to go to class and everything. So definitely a good thing there. I really like the representation of like seeing herself in the mirror with like the inverted hair color and everything. It's a really neat visual representation of this other personality that's within her. And yeah, I do wonder if the other personality is it just like a multiple personality disorder? Or is it a jutsu that was embedded in her as like a failsafe to make sure that his little sleeper agent doesn't go off the rails, so he has like a, some sort of jutsu on her in order to make sure that she doesn't betray him, kind of thing. I don't know. It's very interesting though. I definitely like that setup. While I'm thinking about it, first thing I want to say is we'll go into the... Actually, you know what? No, this one's going to be faster. One of you guys, thank you for kind of messaging me about it. I haven't responded to the message yet. I read it, I think I read it yesterday. No, I think I read it earlier today. I saw it pop up. A comment mentioning, that, it was to one of the older videos when I was getting really frustrated with Hana, because I was like, it's weird that she's like a shinobi that's older than Kawaki yet couldn't really handle this bear, right? And that was probably another situation where she mentioned here, she didn't mention the bear, but she did mention that the kidnapping was a way to gauge Kawaki's strength. It's very possible that the bear attack was a convenient way, she purposefully didn't defeat it. One, to make herself less assuming, the weaker she seems, the less people are going to be like, oh, she's an assassin, right? And then on top of that, the main thing was probably also gauging Kawaki's strength through that as well. So... I like that that's explained, because I was a little frustrated. I get frustrated with the adults in this show. It's the same thing with, there was all those guards, whether they be Chunin or Jonin, I'm not sure which they were, but there was all those guards that got knocked out trying to protect Kai, right? But yet she struggles with Kawaki. I'm still but this show has always done that, ever since Naruto. It's even young Naruto would handle situations that the Jonin guards would just get instant knocked out by, So it's just the nature of this show, unfortunately. they make the general masses of the guards pretty useless, even though they've achieved this Jonin rank, right? Which is a feat in itself, as we've seen from how our kids became it and everything. But so I just let it off as Hana being just not that capable, and it's like, okay, that's just what the show does. It makes the adults seem incapable, so that way the kids have something to do, right? Because that's the thing, is if the adults were super capable, then we wouldn't have a show, right? Every situation that would come up, they'd handle it. We wouldn't need Boruto or young Naruto to step up to the plate and pull out some shenanigans kind of thing, because the adults would just do it. So, I get it. It's a TV show. So, but anyway, yeah. So I think that's the explanation for the bear incident, which I'm glad I got one. So, anyway, now for one of the bigger topics I wanted to talk about, which doesn't really have much to do with this episode. It was what I was talking about during the opening, where we have this relationship that's been built up between Himawari and Kawaki. Let me know, guys, how much of this relationship is also canon to the manga. Like, obviously I know this arc isn't canon to the manga. I get that. But my point is are there other episodes that are canon to the manga that have Himawari and Kawaki like forming a connection like they have? Because they definitely seem like pretty good friends and everything. And the whole point I was getting at when I was talking about that is, in the very first episode, we saw the future scene where we have Kawaki with a karma mark and Boruto with a karma mark after the time skip, and they seem to be antagonistic with each other. And since Himawari and Kawaki are becoming so close, I wonder how that will also affect their relationship too. Like will our main arcs deem their connection as like anime canon, and maybe have some scenes thrown in there that are like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, Himawari fighting Kawaki or something, but it could be like an emotional conversation of, maybe Himawari trying to get in touch with, I'm not sure whether the person we saw in that first episode was like Ishiki or something, somehow coming back through a karma mark and taking over his body kind of thing, and that's what confronted Boruto and is antagonistic. Or I don't know if it's a Kawaki. Oh, I forgot I have alarms on. I need to turn off the other one now too. So I'm not sure if the other if that scene is just Kawaki himself, like some kind of disagreement with the Leaf, he goes off on his own, and now he's, against the Leaf kind of thing. Which I hope it's not. Because I feel like the Leaf has been so good to him. He has this very large respect for Naruto. He's become like a brother to Boruto, and now he seems to be like pretty good friends with Himawari and everything, and maybe like a brother to Himawari as well, kind of thing, because he's just like a part of that family now. So I really don't want to see a disagreement so bad that he like goes against the Leaf. I'd rather it be whatever the karma mark he has, it's that Otutsuki member like taking over kind of thing. So I don't know. But yeah, that's just what I was thinking about. Like, I was trying to think about if that whole relationship between Kawaki and Himawari, if it's all been filler, or if there's a lot of manga scenes that have to do with that. So that's just one of the things that when I saw, Himawari knock on Kawaki's door and Kawaki say he goes into the school, and then I saw the big smile on Himawari's face, I was just like, it just like clicked in my mind where I was just like, man, they really are like good friends, right? Like, regardless of how rugged and like not, I don't want to say rude, but more introverted and a little like antisocial kind of thing for Kawaki, and I get that. I'm like that too. Himawari still finds herself like really enjoying his company and stuff like that. So it's just it just kind of clicked when I saw that moment, and then it made me think like, how many times have I seen that not in filler stuff, right? Because I don't want that whole relationship to just be filler. I would rather them make it canon, right? Like, make it canon to the anime. And honestly, I'm okay with that if they want to, you know, when we're in like a manga arc, throw in some stuff with Himawari as well and stuff like that. Just to continue that trend. I hope it's not something where in the future when we have, you know, maybe them going their separate ways like I talked about, and then he just completely ignores, like the show just completely ignores that relationship. I hope that's not going to be a thing. Is basically my point. Um, but but yeah, very cool episode, very cool visual representation, as I said, with the inverted hair color. All that stuff is very cool. And you know, I'm glad the little subtle, I guess not so subtle hints. I was gonna say subtle hints, but the hints were not so subtle towards the end there. They were making it pretty clear that something was up with Hana. But I'm glad it did amount to something, and it wasn't just a red herring to like throw the audience off and be like, haha, it's actually this guy. We got you with all these fake hints and everything, didn't we? Ha ha ha. So, but yeah, now we have to deal with, you know, whether we can save the real Hana that's in there, or if she's a lost cause, and protect Kai. And I'm excited to see more. It's definitely heating up. I'm actually really enjoying this arc. I really have been. I mean, no offense to you guys who liked the, wow, I don't even remember their names. Funado. The whole Funado arc and everything. Like, oh, it was a struggle getting through that one, I will say. But this one, I've actually had a lot of fun. I feel like a lot of the things that happened have made sense and they're fairly interesting. And even though some of the episodes were a little slower with just the kids doing their school stuff, I still found it entertaining, right? So, I mean, yeah, I don't like to tear one thing down to build another thing up, but in this case, I just really didn't like the Finado arc. It's just how it is. But anyway, yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this arc wraps up. I mean, obviously we're kind of building up to something, right? Like we have the bold new Hana kind of in charge, and I'm sure she's going to be making moves for the next, you know, episode or two before she's finally caught, people become aware, and stuff like that, and then it'll just be a matter of how it resolves. So yeah, I don't know how many episodes that's going to take, but I'm here for it. I'm having fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. You can see 2 episodes ahead right now. Maybe that's the end of the arc and you guys can check it out. That'll be a link to my Patreon in the description to get access to that, or it should be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.